Yo, it worked. Oh, it's delayed. Okay, whatever. So today, or this morning, I'm going to be modeling a 3D mansion. I mean, yeah, well, 3D modeling a mansion, I guess. Yeah, hold on. Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it's not anything with the whole situation where... Oh, it's named the wrong thing. Glad I figured that out. Okay, hold on. Alright, this is all I have so far. Hold on. I'm gonna turn that on for some reason. I don't even know why I need that. I don't actually see why I need it yet. I'm probably gonna need it later though. Anyways, I figured out this really cool thing. Ooh. So, anyways, I figured out this cool thing that. So I figured out this cool thing that you can do with like textures. Like, I figured this out not too long ago, but like a little while ago, like maybe a month. Yeah, it was some time ago. I actually used it in that animation with like Clone Riggy and the whole amnesia thing. I used it then. And I've actually gotten really good at this since August when I like first used this. Cause like my first I posted the first animation, but I well didn't know how to render it. I didn't know how to render it, so that was a problem. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I don't. All right, hold on. I think we should do this like sky thing. A little while ago, well, when I first posted the old like grilled cheese 3D scene, I didn't really know how to make the sky. Which, see, the problem was I was very, very well. Actually, I know actually, because my first time using Blender was way before the Grid Cheese episode 3. I so in Tail School 2 episode 8, which in it. Wait, how many people are watching this? One person. Well, anyways, back then, this happened. And yes, that's actually supposed to happen. Well, I mean, back when I was making Tail School 2, um, episode 8B was supposed to be made in 3D. But, I just couldn't. I just stopped doing it. And it's like this weird thing that happens where I want to like learn how to do something, but then I quit, then I come back to it, then I quit again, then I come back to it again, then I quit again, then I come back to it, and then I finally figure it out. Like that happens with a whole bunch of things. Let me think. Stuff like Blender. I tried finding something else to use Blender with. But then I realized that Blender was like the best way to do it. What am I doing? So, when I first made the grid cheese animation, there was an older version of it where I learned how to create the dynamic sky. And there's this thing called rendering engines where it's basically like how you want it to look in the end. So like if you use Eevee, then it's going to be like less stylish lights, but if you use cycles, it's going to be like some very intense lighting, like very intense lighting, like coding. I don't know what I mean because I barely know how to code. Well, actually, I don't barely know how to code. I actually know how to code kind of well. But, yeah. So, like, rendering engines, they, like, depend on, like, what you're trying to make. Like, if you're trying to make something, like, a picture that's supposed to, like, look like, if you want a picture that doesn't look real, but, like, looks good enough to, like, why do I say like so much? This is a bad habit. If you want a picture that is maybe, how do I describe it? Like, that looks like it doesn't look like it's real, but it looks 3D, and the lighting looks somewhat, well, decent. And if you want to, like, make things that look real with some more decent lighting, you should use cycles. Honestly, I don't like to use cycles, though, because of how long it takes. That's why I just use Eevee. It takes, like, a second to render it. I mean, if you just press render image, then it just instantly does it. But if you do cycles, you know, honestly, I'm not going to demonstrate that. I could end up crashing this entire thing already. So, yeah. And I don't like using the dynamic sky either. And the reason why is because, well, you know, honestly, I don't even have a reason why. I just don't like it. Oh, hold on. Let me turn something off real quick. That. Let me change something real quick. But yeah, we're supposed to be making a big old house. So let's do it. Yeah, but these textures are really good. And also, this also, you know what? Let's go look into that real quick. So, the whole clone Riggy animation, where Riggy got, whatever it's called, something. I just called it Riggy's Amnesian Adventures. Because what else was I supposed to name it? What is this? Oh, I forgot this is gonna open. This is what we're looking for. I don't know what this is. By the way, every time I tried to render it, like, let me show you. Let me see here. When was this? Here, it had to be here. Wait, what is? Oh. Setting not say clever remarks. Yeah, so it took me 2 days just to figure out how to render this. The first time I just did a recording of it, like a short recording of it to show what it was, what happened.
Spaghetti, 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 wee.
Like when I was editing it, like recording from when I was editing it. So anyways, after I finished it, here was the first attempt at rendering it. I realized I can't play that for some reason, so I tried again. And this popped out. 7 seconds compared to the full on, well, animation. So it took me a while to render it. So eventually I figured it out. I just had to render it as an FFmpeg video. And yes, I have FFmpeg. So I wanted to go behind the scenes on this animation real quick. This is what it looks like under the building. Yeah. The camera, this is what the camera looks like. I don't know why it's so big. And this thing right here has that goofy emoji that Microsoft provides. By the way, did you know that both of these pills are odd from each other? This pill has light distortion. So like if you're inside of it or look behind it, it like distorts light. But there's one thing that these pills have in common. Well, these pill bottles. It's that you can't see the PNGs through them. And but guess what? I made this video in Adobe Animate. That is true. And this thing doesn't actually light up. It has a light above it. So, yeah, he's flat. This is what it looks like above it. And this is just something I added just in case I had to. I just added some grass in a parking lot. Hold on, let me. And yeah, this is basically what it looked like. I don't know why I just did this. Something I realized I made a mistake on, but I didn't want to fix, was the fact that he got out of his bed, but he's on life support. That didn't really make sense. And something else.
Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti.
Every time I play this, it gets really out of sync. I'm just gonna.
Spaghetti, wee wee.
Oh yeah, and something else. Look.
Wee wee.
So this was originally a video too. This right here was a video. Whoops. This was a video. But for some reason it did not play. And I guess I just didn't know how to make it play. So I just gave up on trying to make it play. And instead, I just kind of span it around like this. Because it wouldn't play. But I realized in order to make it play, like later on, in order to make it play, you have to change this up. And change this too. And look, when it's not rotating, I'm just gonna get rid of these real quick. You know what, never mind, forget it. I guess I just forgot. I guess it just only works sometimes. By the way, I don't know why I did this, but, oh yeah.
It's the Pasta Man! Oh, shut up, freak.
I just decided... Wait, no, I didn't decide anything.
Ah, it's the Pasta Man! Oh, shut up, freak. I'm not here to fight yet. Ugh.
So, I don't know why I did this, but I added this here for some reason. You know, there isn't really much to cover anymore. But, there's one last thing. I actually been doing this for my entire 3D thing. It's basically this thing where, I decided to just... I don't even know, like... It's this thing where I don't know what to do with the images I'm not using. I don't want to have them on, like, the set, in quotes. So I just put them under the set, in quotes. By the way, when he went outside, you couldn't actually see any of them. I just like to put them under the set, because I'm not using them. I don't know why, but this ended up being the lowest one. This is what it looks like under. This is what it looks like with... Oh yeah, remember how I was mentioning that whole lighting thing earlier? This is what it looks like with that good lighting. Not any good lighting. This looks horrible. And you're right, that is. Because... And usually when I do render things with this... Like... What do I say? This high quality lighting that you can not see, like... It doesn't look high quality yet. Usually I like to have 200 samples. 200. Well, it used to be 100. And the reason that was because 100 was a lot quicker. And it still looked good without taking as much time. Look. Holy moly, we have to wait for this. Let's wait. You know, I'm tired of waiting. Oh, hold on. It just started Decipher. But, while we're waiting, let's make some music. Talk about music, actually. Maybe talk about music. I don't think I really like to talk about that, but... I have this specific music style that I really, really like. That I've been doing since I started playing the piano. I started playing the piano sometime in late 2021. And so... I figured out this whole melody thing. I can't play it on my keyboard because it just doesn't work. But it went like this. This is the melody. This is the whole melody thing I figured out. It goes like C, D, B, C. And then you just do this. But I decided to change that after I figured out a new chord. And a chord is like a bunch of notes being played at the same time to make a harmony. I thought this one sounded a lot better. So instead of doing that, I decided to use this 17th. I think it is. I think this is a 17th right here. Okay, this got really mixed. I thought I was making a 3D mansion, but now we're making music. This is not how this was supposed to go, so let's go. How do you disable this? I'm tired of... And this doesn't look that good so far. Yeah, you know what? I probably lied. Here, let's just get this all out the way and go back to making a 3D mansion. Alright, so anyways, this is what we had for the 3D mansion. It is not much. Oh yeah, to create that sunset effect, I changed this to 2. Changed this to 10. I changed this to 1, I think. Did I change it to 1? Was it higher? Honestly, who even cares? Let's change it back to normal. You know, I want it to look like space, though. That would be really cool. So change this to 10. Change this to 40,000. And then to... Yeah, you know, that's all I'm doing right now. It looks kind of like a stormy sky. But this is the camera. So anyways, the reason I'm making a 3D mansion, I'm not going to spoil too much about Snap, but the challenge takes place in a mansion. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say about this is that the challenge takes place in a mansion. I don't know if I said anything else after that whole mansion part. So, we made a map for Snap quite a while back. But then I decided to make that map a little bit better by remaking the map. The map was originally made in Roblox Studio, where I'd add a bunch of different Roblox Studio models and just make that. But it eventually it's on my hard drive that I don't feel like connecting to my computer right now. So I just decided not to get it. But I decided I was going to make a Snap map in Blender because I figured that out later on in the year. But then I was like, we need a mansion was mentioned in a mansion was mentioned in the script. Well, I gotta make a mansion inside this map. So I decided I would. But guess what happened? I tried going through models because I was feeling a little bit lazy. So I was just gonna put it in the Snap map within itself. So I looked through models on the internet and I couldn't find a good one. Yep. So I couldn't find any good models. I mean, yeah, the models looked good in the picture, but that was because they were colored. Every time I downloaded one, it was not colored, and I don't know how people do that. I don't have a 3D printer, so I wasn't planning on 3D printing it. By the way, my dad used to own a mansion. Mansion. We used to live in it for like a year, and then we all left. My mom didn't like where we lived, so eventually we moved back to... So this mansion, well, I mean, it wasn't really a mansion. It looked like a mansion, but it was like a little bit smaller than a mansion. It didn't have a basement. It only had like 2 floors. And it had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. One of them was the guest room. My 2 sisters shared a bathroom. I had a bathroom in my room, and my parents, they shared a room, and they had a bathroom in that room. And honestly, I feel like and this was when I was only about 6 years old. So anyways, yeah, I thought it was a mansion because of how big it was. Like, I actually never seen any of my relatives own a house that big. And to be honest, I never even saw a house that big before. And to this day, I still haven't seen a house bigger. I have yet to see a house bigger than that one. I was 6 years old then. I probably already said that. Anyways, what was I going to say? Yeah, so anyways, after my mom wanted us to move back, then they got divorced. But it's not that bad. I mean, they don't hate each other. Like, it's not like a grudge type thing. It's just they just live apart cuz my dad has to work. Oh yeah, by the way, I live in Georgia. Like Georgia, and that mansion was in Texas. My mom did not like the fact that Texas barely had any trees. So she brought us back to Georgia, me and my siblings, and now we still live in Georgia in the same house. Now, I've lived in this house for a pretty long time, so I haven't thought it's anything special. And honestly, I feel like with that familiarity with that whole house that I thought was a mansion, and what I have seen was a mansion, honestly, it looked like a mansion. So, I thought it was a mansion. So, I'm probably going to make it look like that, kind of. This is what it kind of looked like, I guess. You could say that. And then there were like this there weren't three giant windows at the front. Instead, they were in the back of the house. They like viewed out to the back of the house, which I don't know why you do that, but I also see why you do that. I mean, the front of the house looked out to a street with more houses, and the back looked onto like a forest, which honestly, if you're going to complain about a lack of trees, then don't live near a forest. Anyways, yeah. By the way, to make the nighttime sky background, you just put that down, put that down, put this down even more. And this is how I learned it. Even at point one, it's still brighter. But honestly, I'm just gonna keep this at like 0. I don't even know how that works, but whatever. So, there's this thing I figured out how to do. I just decided to completely stop making my own glass. To be honest, I've never made glass before, actually. Instead, I just kept it an empty hole until now. So, actually, until a couple of days ago, I never put glass. I mean, before a couple of days ago, I never put glass in any of my, 3D stuffs. And the reason why is because I never could figure out how to do glass. I mean, you saw glass in that Riggy animation. Well, yeah, but I forgot how to do that. I followed the exact tutorial I used for that, and I stopped. So, as you guys could just probably see what I did, I went to a thing with a monkey, a cup, 2 spears, and a cube. 2 monkeys, actually. And, god dang, I've never talked so much at this time of the... This is something that I got from a YouTuber. It was just some sort of glass demonstration, so every time I need glass, I just decide to... Wait, this is still on the Riggy thing? And I've been doing this for 29 minutes already? How time flies. I think I need some music. Hold on. I have this playlist called Roblox Playlist, even though I don't only use it for Roblox, so it's kind of a non-fitting name. But I mostly used to use it for Roblox. Oh, I actually have this gaming channel called Kendrick and His Laptop. That's because my name is Kendrick, and yeah. Hold on. Alright, here. Oh, gosh. Oh. So I was very worried, because I was about to make a huge mistake. And that mistake was, So, the first time I tried to play this playlist, there we go. We have a window now. This window is kind of Alright, anyways, am I louder than it? Good. Yeah, I thought we need some music. Anyways. What was I saying? This probably wasn't important anymore. But, yeah. Look, here's why I wanted to do this. Honestly, I don't think these would be the shapes of a square, but well, it's not like we're gonna be receiving complaints about it. So, anyways, just right here. I'll create a texture for it, I guess. I actually downloaded a lot of textures. I'm not really sure why I did it, but I did, and I'm not complaining that I did that. It was actually pretty useful. Hold up. Yeah, it was pretty useful because I'm not used to making my own textures ever. So, yeah, once I get the hang of Blender, like maybe a year. I haven't even been doing this for a year, actually. I've only been doing it for 5 months. That's like me starting in January and only getting up to avoid. I misspelled mansion. I did. Anyways, 3 windows looks really cool sometimes. Okay, I'll make sure to fix that later. Right now, we have other problems, like architecture problems. We haven't barely done anything so far, so we should really do some stuff. Oops. You know, all this stuff, if you haven't used Blender before, or if you just don't use Blender, then this probably looks insane. Well, not really. Like, if you don't use Blender, but you use some sort of other modeling program, this probably doesn't look insane to you, but for people who haven't used Blender before, yeah, for people who haven't used Blender before, all this probably looks so complicated, but it's not really all that complicated. It's actually like, it's actually really simple, to be honest. It's actually really easy to get the hang of. After like 5 months, of course. or you can learn it in less than 5 months. Something else I wanted to get on the topic of is me making video games. I used to make video games, which, yeah, it's like a little known fact. I mean, my grandma knows it, my dad knows it, my other grandma knows it, and a whole bunch of other people know it, so, yeah. But I started making games when I was 8 years old. These are some really old games, I guess. They look horrible, but I'm way better at making games now, I guess. See, guys, this is why we save. This is why we... Oh, never mind. Psh. Okay, well, maybe that's not why we save. Maybe we just need some time. You know, honestly, the Y doesn't even matter, really. Alright, that looks good. You know, I wonder if there's any other textures I have. Hexagonal concrete paving. How does that look? Like that? No, sir. Okay. Corrugated iron? How does that look? You know, honestly, I'm not going to use that, but what does this look like? Okay, never mind, forget it. Alright. Plywood. I wonder what that looks like. Oh my gosh. So that's how that looks. I should have been using that this entire time, but whatever. Brick wall. You know, honestly, I feel like I can already tell what this is going to look like, but I wonder what kind of brick wall it is. Holy crap. That's just, I don't even know what to say. That's just, oh, what? Oh, I get it now, but at the same time I don't. Why do you need to have a non-colored version of it? Here, let's get under here real quick. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm not really sure I don't want it. Or this one either. Or this one. Or this one. You know what? Just skip all that. This is a song I found on one of my sister's old animations. Wait, no, not animations. It wasn't an animation. It was just some sort of old project she was working on. With a bunch of music inside of it, but really nothing. What did I do? Oh. Okay, we're back to normal. I don't know what I just did, but whatever. This is how I always imagined a mansion looking, okay? Don't make fun of what I think a mansion looks like. Because honestly, I've never seen a mansion before. I mean, I've seen people in mansions and I've seen photos of mansions, but I don't really know that they're real. That's not even the full problem. The other problem is, well, the other problem is that I've never been in a mansion, and I've never really seen a full mansion. Like, I've only seen snippets of mansions from other people's experiences. Like, people posting videos like, I'm rich, guys, I'm rich, and y'all are still in the trenches, are you? Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, it's not really a problem, but if you're wondering why this looks so bad, well, there's actually a very good reason on why there is basically no lighting at all. Let's go add some. You can move this, by the way. The other ones, you can't move. I like to keep it orange because, well, orange is my favorite color, but also because orange lighting looks really cool. But then, when it's orange lighting, then I feel very uncomfortable if it's not, well, I feel very uncomfortable if, like, it doesn't look fittingly orange. So that's why I usually choose sunsets to have this orangey feel. Because sunsets are usually orange or pink. And pink is also another good lighting choice. Sometimes. Not right now it is. It looks horrible. In my opinion. Because, yeah. Or it has this purpley feeling to it. What the flip am I supposed to do here? It's like supposed to be a kitchen area, and it's supposed to be a really, really long counter. Oh yeah, by the way, I've never talked to anybody about this whole gravity feature. Oh, this song. You know, there's something I wanted to explain actually about the whole past situation with Pastoroni Productions before it was made and what we did before it was made. So, when I was in second grade and when my sister was in second grade, our school gave us computers. Like laptops. They gave us Chromebooks specifically. And after a while of using these Chromebooks, it was 2018 when I got my Chromebook in second grade. So yes, that means I'm in 7th grade right now. That was 5 years ago. Wow. Anyways. They gave us those Chromebooks, and I didn't really know what to do with mine when I first got it. But once I got into 3rd grade, like early 3rd grade, and I mean November of 3rd grade, so not even that long into 3rd grade, this is where it all began. This kid tells me about this website called Scratch. Cause, alright, so here's how the full story goes. I remember this story, like, so goodly. It's like I can relive the moment in my head all the time. So, what happened was, I was in ASP, or after school program. Well, the person who, like, worked after school, she called it after school prison because of the way she treated all of us. It was weird. We all called it after school prison, to be honest, but so during silent time where you like do homework or read a book, this kid, he kept playing this FNAF jump scare noise, and I couldn't help but laugh at it a little bit, and I wanted to do that too. I was like, what website are you using to do that? This kid tells me, oh yeah, it's called Scratch. It's not blocked on our Chromebooks. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I write it down on my notebook, but I was so excited to try it out that I just remembered it all throughout the day. So when I get home, I go on my school Chromebook, and I just like, oh my gosh, I gotta go try out this Scratch website. So I searched up the name of a YouTube video that I saw. It didn't pop up because, well, I don't know what I was expecting. It's not YouTube. So I decided to then search up FNAF, and then I see a whole bunch of FNAF stuff. I was like, what? I've never seen anything like this before. Yeah. So anyways, that was November of 2019. So eventually, I started making some dumb stuff on there. But eventually, I got the hang of it, and I ended up making my first animation. Look, let me show it to y'all real quick, cause this is just something that I do not want you guys to miss out on. This is really old, by the way. I downloaded this.
Finally, at last, I'm here. Wait, this is not it. This is the Arctic. I belong in the jungle. Who are you? I've never seen you before. You remember me? I think I remember you. You've never seen me before because
Hold on.
you just said you belong in the...
Stop it for a second. Something I want to talk about. I voiced the monkey, and my sister voiced the penguin. Her voice changes drastically every year. But it's starting to slow down in its change. Honestly, we're not even that old yet. But, yeah. This animation was made December 19th, 2019. I downloaded all of these November something if. Now, I did end up creating that animation, but earlier on in the year, like July maybe, my church did this program, and part of the program was finding a Yoshi plushie all over like the church. And some kids said, well, the minister said we'll never find him in the bathroom. Yet he was found in the bathroom. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. Anyways, after the church camp was over, I asked to keep Yoshi, and she said yes. And then my sister asked to keep the weird buzzly thing that I did not describe earlier on when I was telling the story, which I will not describe. I'm just gonna call it the sparkly thing. It was like this thing that you touch, and then it like lights up. Like you touch the metal part on the end with your fingers, and it lights up. Now that never made sense to me, but it ended up broken like a year later. So, anyways, I actually still have the Yoshi plushie. Yeah. My cousin, she I was in the car with her one time, after I got it, like maybe a couple of months afterward, maybe not even a couple of months afterward, like 1 month afterward, maybe a couple of weeks afterward. I was in the car with my uncle and my two cousins and my sister. My cousin, so how do I say this? Like, I was sitting in the front. My cousin and my sister were sitting in the back. My uncle was driving in. I don't know where my other cousin was. One of my cousins asked, "Can I see Yoshi real quick?" So I was like, "Okay, sure." And after I got handed back the plushie, I realized that his leg was ripped. Like, it was just ripped open. It was not like that before, though. So I was just like, you broke it. So, actually, a couple of months ago, I told my sister about the story, and she said that's not how it went. But she's also the same person who said she has bad memory, so, well, I wouldn't expect her to remember the story. But I mean, she also is the same one to that sat next to my cousin as she was ripping the Yoshi toy. But you know, they're really close right now, and so she's probably just defending. Which, yeah, I understand, kind of. Because technically, Mama raised the snitch. I say technically because, well, whenever I snitch on someone, she tolerates it. Like, my sister called me a snitch one time, and she said, "No, I'm not being a snitch. I did the right thing." Yeah. Oh, I forgot what I told on her for, but it doesn't really matter anymore. This is... Anyways, let's talk mansion stuff. Yeah, this looks really nice right now. This looks really good. Yeah. Um, hold on. Oops, what the flip? Okay. Room. Bedroom. This is a 3D rendering? Okay, whatever. So. Oh, what have I done? No, what have I done? What is this? What have I done? Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, so, yeah, that whole stairs part is done, but it's not stairs, really. Hold on, maybe I can turn it into stairs. I'm not even gonna bother on making that stairs. Let's just alright. And then I'm just gonna create this bar up here. support bar right here. Alright. Oh yeah, the reason I gasped like that just now was because like when I was making the support bar, I thought of somebody leaning over it. And then it reminded me of another story. This is when I was only 6 years old, and we lived in that big old mansion that well, it wasn't a mansion. It wasn't a mansion, but I like to call it that. Anyways, we were living there, and so what happened there? This funny thing happened. I was gonna do this epic Hot Wheels thing because that's what I was into at the time. I was 6. By the time I was 8, though, I was into Mario instead. Which, yeah, was weird, but at the same time it wasn't. So, I was making this weird Hot Wheels thing. I was recording it on my iPad because I didn't have any other device at the time besides an iPad. So, I was recording on my iPad. And the funniest thing happens. So like, I was just recording it, and then my sister throws a toy at my head. And then I get upset, so I tell my parents, and they don't do anything about it. They just tell her to stop from like all the way down there, while I was just up there leaning over, telling them that happened. They didn't care though, so they just continued doing whatever they were doing. I don't really remember what they were doing. Maybe they were like watching TV or something, but I just remember they were sitting on the couch. So when I went back into my room, I realized that my sister was gone. So I just decided to stop recording the whole video, look over the video, and I realized that she got under the covers of my bed. And yeah. Honestly, I suspected that she was under the covers the entire time after I went back in my room, but yeah, so the video got deleted because I was really ignorant maybe 3 years ago. I didn't have my iPad much as a kid. Like, I didn't really start using it until like 2021. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to show you my first game. This was my first game. It already looks bad. What am I supposed to... Hey doggy, what are you doing? Don't step on the basketball. Great, now you're sick. Time to go to the vet. You must be serious. Uh-oh. Ah. What? The End by Bryce Hosley. Finished Friday, November 1st, 2019. I don't know why I put the specific date there. I will make part 2 if... You can't see it because of that green basketball, but it says 1 like. The problem was I couldn't post any of these projects because I couldn't get my email confirmed because my school didn't have any email services for us. Because we were in 2nd grade. Why would we even need that? By the way, I was horrible at typing. Well, spelling. Well, actually, grammar in general. I put by Bryce Hosley, no caps. But that's not the problem. So in a lot of old media... Wait, who is this? Okay. Anyways, in a lot of old media... Hold up, I should probably put the chat up. Now that somebody's actually watching this. I'm going to do that. Nah, that's not the one I was looking for. There could be some more. Anyways, most of the people who like in public call me Kendrick, but my family calls me Bryce. So when my family calls me Bryce, everybody gets confused. Well, yeah. Hold on, let me sign into this real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Alright. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just put it down here. Oh, the music turned off. Why did I turn the music off? But yeah, here we are. You know, I'll have my phone on it actually. Alright. I think what I'm gonna put here is a bunch of bedroom. Alright, you know what? I said I wasn't gonna spoil much about Snap, but I feel like I should say some more stuff. So what I will say is, this is for a laser guns challenge. I forgot what the name of it was. Laser tag. Yeah, it's laser tag. So what I'm gonna do here is make a whole big mansion. So, you know, I'll just, you know, there's no harm in telling you guys how the script goes. So how the script goes is in very, very bad detail, okay? Very bad detail. So how the script goes in very bad detail, so I don't get in trouble for leaking anything, even though I did create Snap. Like, you're hearing the creator of the Snap's voice right here, right now. You know, I think we should talk about the old stuff about Snap. I don't want to actually talk about the script. Let's not do that. So, old versions of Snap. Okay, this is very interesting right here. This is very interesting topic right here. Old Snap. Wait, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll export this from this Blender file to the other one that actually has the Snap map. And oh my gosh, that file is probably gonna get so big. Alright. This is not the same thing. Oh my god, turn this song off right now. You guys don't want to hear this song. This song is bad. I guess this one's okay. So, lately, I've also figured out how to import transparent videos into Blender, which is really cool. That's really good. This music is really weird. Whatever. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a nice little song. And I think the creator... Uh-oh. Just like any other creator, hopefully, worked hard on this song. My sister found an artist whose whole song making process was just not making music. Let's add a window, because who doesn't like windows? Okay, this is getting too far. Okay, that's good. I like this song. It's not actually that bad. Once you get to know the song, you know, like after you listen to it for some time, then it starts to like sound good and stuff, you know. Alright, this is room number 1. I'm not even sure what to do with all this extra space. Maybe I'll just... No, I don't even know what to do with it. I'll do something with it later. Let's just, Nope. There's so many disco songs in here. I'm tired of hearing disco songs. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is not good. Oh, and that's my reminder to save it. That's definitely my reminder to save it. Oh my god. That was... Uh-oh. My computer. My computer. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, my computer is fine. Usually when Blender crashes, it does some weird things to my computer. Like, it freezes my computer. Golly, gee. You cannot tell me that this room is that big. The room is very minor. It's very, very inconvenient. It's very non-important. Yet somehow, when I ever interact... Uh-oh. I think my computer's actually gone. Oh, nope. Came back on. Oh my gosh. Wait, no. Is this it for my computer?